In this video, I'm going through a list of 15 quests that will give a nice item reward for physical DPS or tank classes at level 40 cap, so this will include Season of Discovery Phase 2. Some of these items are surely candidates for best in slot list and they're obtainable without RNG factors, so keep these in mind. I'm also making a video for casters and a third one for utility items that every class can use, so hit that subscribe button to not miss out on them. All the quests and items showcased are obtainable at or before level 40, so you will be able to pick up the quests and complete them. But keep in mind that most of them require you to kill around level 40 all the way up to level 55 mobs or do some high level dungeons as a part of quest chain, so completing these are not an easy task and depending on the quest, not soloable. While this is the case, some of these quests are relevant even in phase 3. While I'm showing you these awesome quest rewards and the quests where you get them from, I'm not going to go through every single pre-quest or the whole quest chain, but you can check them out at Wowhead. I'll have a link to the quests in the description. Now let's get onto the list with 15 quest reward items for physical DPS and tank classes, and I'll guarantee you there are some treats in this list. We will start with the big one. A very good and familiar sword for any classic players, the Vanquisher sword. This one is pretty straightforward. The sword is rewarded from killing and looting the last boss Amnanath the Coldbringer in Razorfen Down's dungeon. The Horde side quest is called Bring the End and Alliance side Bring the Light. You get the quest without any pre-quests from Undercity at level 37 if you're a Horde, or from Stormwind City at level 39 if you are an Alliance. Vanquisher sword in one hand at level 40ish for rogues, warriors and hunters is pretty classic stuff itself. Next we have Zealous Shadowshard pendant, which has a flat 20 attack power and nothing else. But that 20 attack power is kinda good though, and rarely even level 60 amulets have that much raw stat. In the quest, you're directed to go kill elementals in Maraudon. The Shadowshard fragments drop off the stone elementals outside of the purple instance entrance, so you don't have to go inside the instance itself. You get the quest from Mage Trainer Uthelney in Orgrimmar or Archmage Tervos in Dustwallow Marsh. Good amulets are hard to come by, so here's an option for you. Next up we have 2 dungeon quests and a couple of items which are very familiar to many players. Sword of Omen, or maybe Dragon's Blood Necklace, from the quest into the Scarlet Monastery for Horde, or the Alliance counterpart Sword of Serenity, or Bonebiter, or Black Menace from the quest In the Name of the Light. You can surely say that Alliance have more versatile options here, although Horde's Sword of Omen in the offhand is quite a stat stick also. But I have something for Horde in this video who are drooling for the two-hander that Alliance gets that will challenge the Bonebiter here, so just wait a bit. As a Horde, you get the quest from Varimathras in Undercity, and as an Alliance by Ralek the Devout at Hillspread Foothills. In the quest you need to kill Scarlet Monastery bosses from Library, Armory and Cathedral. There surely will be a lot of groups doing these instances, so this will be an easy one to complete. Next up we have the Stouthsea Head Bucket, which is a very good helmet for Warrior and Paladin tanks. This item is one of the earliest to have increased defense stat combined with a ton of stamina and armor. We do not know exactly how the metagame will evolve during phase 2, so the usability of this helm or need of defensive stat is still unclear, but this helm is surely easy to get though. In the quest you simply need to kill 10 or 4 different pirate mobs a little south from the quest giver, who is Chief Bilgowhistle at Steamwhittle Port. Combine this quest with other pirate related quests in the area. The next 2 are pretty insane to get at level 40, so watch these almost as an ultimate challenge. You get the Helm of Exile from the quest Jamalan the Prophet. The quest is given by Atalai Exile at Hinterlands. In the quest you need to go to Sunken Temple, also known as the Temple of Atal Hakar, and kill the boss named Jamalan the Prophet. I have a feeling that this one might be impossible to do at phase 2 at level 40, since the boss is level 54 and the trash packs in the dungeon are surely a challenge enough. I'm sure some people will try it though. We will see how it goes. Now that we got the Sunken Temple quests, you get Lifeforce Dirk or Avant-Garde Helm from the quest The God Hakar. This one is also a pain to get, but quite literally it is possible to get this quest done. The quest chain starts with Yehkine at Steamwhittle Port. In the chain you need to collect Screecher Spirits, get the tablets from inside the dungeon Zul'farrak, collect an egg from Hinterland's elite area, and in the last part you need to summon and kill Avatar of Hakar inside Sunken Temple. As was the previous quest in this list, this is also not a joke. If you somehow manage to get it done, you can continue the quest chain technically and get a nice cloak. Although you need to do lower Blackrock Spire in it, so yeah, good luck with that one at level 40. The next quest or item in this list is actually very doable and a must-have at least for agility classes. It is Mason's Fraternity ring from the quest Divinomatic Rod. The ring has a whopping 13 agility and the stamina comes handy too. The quest is started from Gadgetzan and completed in the near instance Zul'farrak. Inside the dungeon you need to complete a gauntlet before the last boss in order to kill Sergeant Bly and loot the needed quest item. Now we have the first trinket in the list, a 1% dodge trinket, Smotts Compass. Now this trinket can be very good for tanks and in PvP also. The quest requires you to kill a level 52 giant, Legolas, near Booty Bay. The quest chain is started by killing another level 50 giant, Mokrash, very near Booty Bay also. Mokrash drops a monogram at Shash, which starts the quest, and the item itself is kinda unique in WoW if we consider that you can actually also wear it and it has some stats. What comes to killing the giants, level 50 mobs are hard to hit at level 40, so bring friends, preferably melee, to kill them. Next we have another trinket, the Guardian Talisman, which can be a good damage mitigation, especially for Druid and Warlock tanks. The quest chain is rather long and hard in each faction, and weirdly enough you need to do different things in Sunken Temple dungeon to get the final quest done and get the reward. If you have no good trinkets, and if the new Gnomerican raid will have a lot of hard hitting mobs, this trinket can come worthy. It might show potential in PvP too. The next two quests and items will be Alliance only, and after that we will cover some Horde only quests. Keep hanging my Horde friends there is a treat for you in the end. Two very good items will be rewarded from Rise Obsidian quest in Searing Gorge. Plate Legs, Centurion Legplates, or Leather Helm, Lordrec Helmet. Both of these items have a very high amount of main damage source stat, strength/agility. In these days itemization standards, these should probably be rare items, but somehow they are still green, but very good greens one indeed. The quest chain starts from an escort quest by Dorius Stonetender. In the final part you need to kill not one, but two level 52 elites, Latharic the Black and Obsidian, which is summoned by him. Now there's a trick to complete this quest easier by turning your Booty Bay faction at war status from Reputation tab. This should be done exact the right time though. Okay, hear me out. Once you have summoned a duo from an altar, you need to wait for the dwarf to disappear. It will happen in a couple of minutes. Now after that you kill the elemental Obsidian alone. Now next turn your Booty Bay reputation into war and summon the altar again. Now engage Latharic the Black instantly after you have summoned him and don't wait him to summon Obsidian by his side. This way you can fight one elite at a time. Now bring friends or your guild to do this with you. Next up we have Gryphon Rider's Leggings and Gryphon Rider's Stormhammer from the quest Saving Sharpbeak at Hinterlands. Now who wants to be a nostalgic Gryphon Rider from Warcraft 3? Okay, the WoW version of the Stormhammer is not quite as appealing, but it has an interesting proc though, which shoots lightning bolts. Also the leggings have very good stats, especially for feral druids. In the quest chain, you need to visit Blasted Lands and do Zul'farrak after that, else it's pretty straightforward one. Remember this was Alliance only though. The next 4 quests will be Horde only. In the first one, you will be rewarded a nice DPS dagger, Fiendish Skiv. The quest requires you to challenge and drive away Overlord Mok'Morok from the Brackenwall village. The quest chain has a couple of parts and it starts with identifying the brood by Drasilb or backwards Blizzard, who will by the way actually give you the reward for completing last part also. Overlord Mok'Morok is easily kiteable and will run away from you at about 25% HP and you get the quest completion, so you don't need to kill him completely. The next Horde only quest and item we have a shield, the Aegis of Battle, that has the highest amount of armor and block of obtainable shields in level 40. It is even better than the Aegis of the Scarlet Commander. Also in this quest you can get an option to get a great male chestpiece, which enhancement shamans and melee hunters can use. How to get the quest done and these items is again quite tricky. The quest chain starts by picking up a venom bottle within White Bark Troll camps in Hinterlands. In the couple of next parts, you need to complete Zul'farrak and summon a level 55 spider in Hinterlands. Yeah, a level 55. I suggest you get a group and try to kite him to the village, or do it with multiple groups at the same time, or do some other shenanigans. Next up we have a Murloc beating weapon collection from the quest Threat from the Sea at Swamp of Sorrows. The rewards are a dagger, a two-handed mace and a two-handed axe. These quests are appropriate level and for that reason easy to get and solo, and you can acquire the quest as soon as level 35. These might not be the best weapons out there, but they're surely good ones for alts, so go grab them while you're almost level 40. If there's something to point out here, that is that the weapons have a pretty extraordinary names. The last one off this list is a time consumer, but the rewards look actually insane. Now this is an horde only quest, Weapons of Spirit, where you can choose one weapon out of 4 great options. Now to get to this part, you need to complete one whole quest chain, the infamous Mui Sec quests, and yet another quest, the Natural Materials, to get the final quest, Weapons of Spirit, to be unlocked. Now who classic player wouldn't remember the Mui Sec quest that require you to run around the zone and kill all sorts of monsters and grab their Mui Secs with a vessel. Not only that, but also the quest Natural Materials is a long loading quest which will need you to kill about 100 mobs. At least these two you will be able to do side by side. But doing these quests is totally worth it. And I'm sure most of the horde players who know this quest are surely doing it for the rewards. I mean, look at the items and their damage per second values. The staff also is a pretty damn good option when you consider the speed and damage range. Shame it has int in it, but hey, maybe for shamans or maybe hunters, who knows, this is a game changer. The damage is certainly better than in warrior class whirlwind quest weapons also. We have now covered 15 good items for physical DPS and tanks, but let's have a bonus one for you rogues. If Season of Discovery introduces something that involves a throwing weapon, here's a quest where you can get the highest damage range throw weapon in this level. Other good thrown weapons can be bought from vendors and they might have higher DPS, but the damage range in Silver Star is higher than in any other. The quest is located in Zealous and it's called Stealing Supplies. You need to be going to be friendly with Kelkes clan and kill Magram clan sensors. You get the quest from Uthek the Wise pretty early on. Wow, you made it to the end of this list, congrats! I hope you got some ideas where you can get good gear for your character. Like if you liked and sub to not miss out the next part. See you again next time, peace!